these benefits.
Jan Logie.
Thank you, Mr Chair, and I did have a whole speech written, but I do feel compelled to respond to some of the comments from the Minister, who talked about this being the first benefit raise in 43 years, conveniently ignoring the fact that it would have required a 45% increase in benefits to be able to return them to the pre-1990 level, where this previous national government had slashed them, and to the point where we now have the unemployment benefit being worth 24% of the average wage, where people are consciously being left in poverty, and for children to be in our hospitals and dying because of the policy of this government. We should be celebrating that in this budget. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to celebrate that. And we're being told by this government that they know what works, that it's these sanctions, that it's beating people over the head to be able to get them into work, because that's how you make that happen. That's how you encourage independence. You cut people's income. That leads them to a life of independence. Well, why are more people being sanctioned now than were being previously sanctioned in the last year? If it was working, there would be fewer people being sanctioned, but it's been increased by 30%. More sole parents have been sanctioned in the last year. That is a sign of this policy failing, not succeeding. And we know that when benefit levels were set at a higher rate, we had lower rates of unemployment. Poverty does not drive people into work. It keeps them stuck in poverty, and it puts them into fragile, precarious work that is actually not better for them or their family. And I really think that this government and the better public service target that they have set of reducing benefit levels by 25% and reducing the liability and the pressure on the government really shows the lack of awareness in their thinking, that to them is what is most important for this country. It is not about the well-being of our society. It is not about getting people into work, into decent jobs. It is not about eliminating child poverty. It is not about ensuring that families and women and children leaving violent relationships are able to re-establish themselves with a minimum of trauma. It is not about people who are sick getting treatment for cancer or any other number of illnesses, or donating even organs to be properly supported and not forced into debt or made homeless so that they are so stressed out and unable to get the medical attention that they need because of the financial stress on them at the moment, which is what is happening now. People are being made homeless while suffering and getting treatment for cancer because this system no longer provides a safety net. And we are being told in this House by this government in response to this budget that we should be celebrating the fact that there will be an average of $20 maybe to families, no matter how many children they have, a week, when this government was told in the policy documents that that amount of money would make no difference to the child poverty levels in this country. And they've presented this to the public of New Zealand as a child hardship measure. The New Zealand public cares about our children. We want our children to be well and healthy and able to thrive and live up to all of their potential. And instead of actually creating the environment to enable that for our children, this government has presented a piece of window dressing that is leaving those children in hardship, that is refusing to address the core foundation of poverty in this country. And the Minister is texting, really engaging with the issue. So the impact of these policy decisions are an increasing number of people being trapped in poverty. And we're being told by community organisations I'm seeing around the country that they're dealing with a lot of people now who aren't even wanting to go into work and income. because they're finding the situation and the environment in those offices so traumatising, Mr Chair.
Phil Twyford.
Mr Chairman,